A sudden sale on a new gadget? Not an emergency. A busted water heater in the middle of winter? Definitely an emergency. All right, let's actually have a heart-to-heart about something super important: emergency funds. I know saving money isn't the most exciting topic, but trust me, it's one of the best things you can do for yourself and your loved ones. So, grab a comfy seat and let me tell you the truth about emergency funds and how to set them up the easy and right way. But wait, hold on. Why bother with an emergency fund? You see, life has a funny way of throwing curveballs when we least expect them. Whether it's a sudden car repair, a medical bill, or heaven forbid, losing your job. Unexpected expenses can pop up out of nowhere. That's where an emergency fund comes in. I mean this. It's your financial safety net. It's there to catch you when things go sideways. Are you aware that without a stash of cash to fall back on, you might find yourself reaching for credit cards, dipping into retirement savings, or even taking out loans? And let's be real, that's a slippery slope to financial stress. An emergency fund gives you peace of mind, knowing you're prepared for whatever life throws your way. But how much should you save? You've probably heard the old advice: save 3 to 6 months worth of living expenses. While that's a solid guideline, it's not one size fits all. Your ideal emergency fund depends on your personal situation. Let's break it down. Job stability. If you're in a stable job or industry, 3 months worth of expenses might suffice. But if your job is more volatile or freelance based, then aiming for 6 months or more is wiser. Dependents. Got kids or other family members relying on your income? You'll want a bigger cushion to cover any unexpected costs. Health considerations. If you have medical conditions that could lead to sudden expenses, factor that into your savings goal. Economic climate. In uncertain times like during a recession, it's smart to save more. Some experts now suggest having 6 months to a year's worth of expenses saved up, especially if you're in a field where finding a new job could take time. Remember, these are just guidelines. The key is to assess your own life and determine what makes you feel secure. Here is what I want you to do. Build your fund. I get it. Saving up several months' worth of expenses can feel overwhelming, especially if you're starting from zero. But don't stress, lovely. Everyone starts somewhere. Here's how to kick things off. Set a realistic goal. Begin with a smaller target like $500 or $1,000. Hitting this milestone can provide immediate relief for minor emergencies and motivate you to keep going. Automate your savings. Set up automatic transfers from your checking to your savings account. Even $10 or $20 a week adds up over time. The less you have to think about it, the easier it becomes. Cut back just a little. Look at your monthly expenses and see where you can trim. Maybe it's brewing your coffee at home or cutting back on takeout. Redirect those savings straight into your emergency fund. Side hustle. If you have the time, why not consider picking up a side gig? Honestly, the extra income can boost your savings faster than you'd think. And if you don't like that side hustle or even a part-time job, then just quit once you've reached your goal. Believe me, this is what a lot of people have had to do. Celebrate small wins. Every time you reach a savings milestone, give yourself a pat on the back. Recognizing your progress keeps you motivated. Get yourself that coffee you've been craving. It's okay. Now, I know you might be thinking, where do I keep my emergency fund? You see, now that you're building this safety net, you want your emergency fund to be accessible, but not so accessible that you're tempted to dip into it for non-emergencies. Here are some options. High-yield savings account. This is my favorite because these accounts offer better interest rates than regular savings accounts. In that way, your money grows a bit while still being easily accessible. Money market accounts. This one is similar to savings accounts, but it's often with higher interest rates and check writing capabilities. Certificates of deposit, CDs. These can offer higher interest rates but lock your money in for a set period. Only consider this option if you already have some emergency savings and can afford to set aside money you won't need immediately. The goal here is to balance accessibility with earning a little interest. Just remember, the primary purpose of this fund is safety, not investment growth. But what about cash on hand? Is it necessary? In our digital age, cash might seem outdated, but in my opinion, having some physical cash tucked away can be a lifesaver in certain situations, like natural disasters or power outages where electronic payments aren't an option. So, how much cash should you keep at home? Financial advisors suggest having anywhere from $200 to $2,000 in small bills. This ensures you can cover essentials like food, gas, or lodging if ATMs are down, or banks are closed. Of course, adjust this amount based on your personal comfort and needs. If you're keeping cash at home, safety is paramount. Here are 3 tips you want to keep in mind. Use a safe. Don't even roll your eyes now. Invest in a quality safe that's both fire and water resistant. Bolt it down to prevent theft. Diversify your hiding spots. I mean it. Instead of keeping all your cash in one place, consider spreading it out in secure locations around your home. Just make sure you remember where you've hidden it. Inform trusted individuals. I said trusted. Let a trusted family member or friend know where your emergency cash is stored in case something happens to you. Now, the big question is, when do you use your emergency fund? It's called an emergency fund for a reason, but what exactly qualifies as an emergency? Here are some scenarios. Job loss, covering your living expenses while you search for new employment. Medical emergencies, unexpected medical bills not covered by insurance. Major car repairs, if your vehicle breaks down and you need it for work or daily life. Home repairs, essential fixes like a leaky roof or broken furnace. The key is to differentiate between wants and needs. A sudden sale on a new gadget, not an emergency. A busted water heater in the middle of winter, definitely an emergency. Life happens, okay? So if you dip into your emergency fund, please make it a priority to rebuild it as soon as possible. Adjust your budget. Temporarily cut back on non-essential spending to free up funds. Allocate windfalls. Use tax refunds, bonuses, or monetary gifts to replenish your savings. Set up automatic transfers. Just like when you started, automate your savings to rebuild your fund consistently. Building and maintaining an emergency fund is an ongoing process. And to keep the momentum going, you should regularly review your budget. Life changes, and so do expenses. Make it a habit to review and adjust your budget periodically. Stay disciplined. It can be tempting to use your emergency fund for non-emergencies. Remind yourself of its purpose and resist the urge. Celebrate milestones. Like I've said before, saving money is hard work, so celebrate your progress to stay motivated. Setting up an emergency fund might not be the most glamorous aspect of personal finance, but it's one of the most crucial. It's about taking control of your financial future and ensuring you're prepared for whatever life throws your way. Remember, it's okay to start small. The important thing is to actually start. With consistency, discipline, and a clear goal in mind, you'll build a safety net that provides peace of mind and financial security. Check out this video if you want to learn how to set financial goals the right way. There you have it, guys. Start building your emergency fund, and I'll see you in the next one.